أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن استنى بسنته إلى يوم الدين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers. Alhamdulillah, we're going to start by praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we send our salam and salawat on Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And we praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He has given us the opportunity to go through some of the part of His book with understanding. And today, inshallah ta'ala, we're finishing our studies of ism and noun sentence, and the basic part of it. Inshallah, we'll start fail from next week. So let's go through the exams. So everybody have done their exams. So let's start, and then we'll discuss, and then we'll find out what is our fault. So the first one, walillahi mashriqu wal maghrib. Uncle Chen, you can sit down. Walillahi al mashriqu wal maghrib. Okay. So brother Madhu, you start.
Lillahi jar majrur.
Jar majrur. Okay, good.
And al mashriqu al maghrib I thought it was, but it's not. I think it was Mawsuf Sifa, but it's not exactly.
No, it's not Mawsuf Sifa.
No, it's not. Yeah. So I think one of these is Muqtada. One of these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Muqtada.
Both of them are Muqtada.
Muqtada. So I translate it as definitely the east and the west are only to Allah.
Yeah, very good translation. I think that's okay. But you have to write that,
But I made this me. I thought this is. But
Moses.
I didn't say the wa in the next one, but now we
yeah. So remember we say like sometimes wa is like and,
Yeah.
and then it carries the same properties of the before it most of the time. Okay.
They are not definitely.
They are not most of sifa because they are not because of the wa in the middle.
Meaning is not much sifa here because
Yeah, it's two different things, east and west.
Yeah. Because there is an and. Yeah.
And
So-
it should be only, right?
Hmm?
only.
Only, yes.
Only,
There
because-
should be only.
Yeah, because the sequence 3 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only.
So you have to write actually to get the full answer. You have to write walillahi is jar majroor, okay, and it is also mutaalliq bil khabar muqaddam,
So all right, that part is correct. Then
okay, and al mashriqu and maghribu, those both are rafa status. They are rafa, okay, and also they are proper. So they are mubtada, and not only mubtada, they are mubtada muakhar.
correct.
Too difficult, right? And
So
yes, I told you DVD yesterday, then you can go through this one.
the meaning is and east and west only belongs to Allah.
Yeah,
Correct.
the first wa is you don't need to translate because it's connected with the other sentence, but it's okay. Walillahi, so it is only to Allah. East and west belongs is only to Allah. You can say that, okay?
Okay, east and west only belongs to Allah.
So you have to have the word only in that to make the exclusivity. Okay, everybody okay?
That was good.
Okay, next one. Any question on the first one? Mustafid, any question on the first one? You understand? Walillahi is jar majroor, okay, and it's not only jar majroor, it's a fragment because it has no connection with the next one. So this is actually mutaalliq bil khabar, mbk muakhar, no, sorry, muqaddam, and then al mashriqu is rafa status, and wal maghrib is also rafa status. They are not mawsuf sifa because they have and in the between, so they both are rafa. So two mubtada here, and both of this mubtada muakhar. They're supposed to come in the beginning, but they come at the end. So it has to have the exclusivity. So it will say that, the mashriq and maghrib, the east and the west, only belong to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay. Next one. Kullun lahu qanitun. Qanituna. Kullun lahu qanitun. Brother Rubaid, you try this one, inshallah.
Kullu is a special mudaf
Mm-hmm.
and lahu is jar majroor,
Yeah.
and this one also mbk muqaddar,
Yeah.
and the qanituna, this one is mubtada.
Mm-hmm. No, there is a
That
little
should be
problem
the-
actually here.
Yes, that should be the cover. I think kullu mubtada.
Yes.
Kullu mubtada.
Kullun mubtada here.
Yeah, I thought exactly, in the
Yes, special mudaf, yes.
Yeah, but
yes.
it doesn't have any mudaf ilayhi.
But it doesn't have any mudaf ilayhi, yes.
So kullu is mubtada.
Yes,
So
kullun,
one
and
is
look at
covered.
and also the status in Rafa, kullun, okay, so yes, you're right, there in the 16 words, but there's no mudaf ilay, okay,
That side was difficult. I couldn't do it.
yeah, that's why it's examiner.
I thought kullu Allahu together should be mutaqaddam.
No, it's not Allahu, it's Lahu.
And
Allahu for him.
because of love for him, it can be both. Kullullahu. You're making it together.
Hmm.
Is that something could be? Kullullahu. You're doing
No,
Allah.
in this kullun, see if it's kullun lahu, then it's, you don't
Oh,
read
that's
that
right.
this
That
way
should not
actually.
be correct.
Yeah, it should not be like this.
Alright.
So just a question in the slide, it says jar majroor and a special mudaf is MBK.
Hmm.
So this one is special mudaf, but we have
No, but it's a special mudaf if it has a mudaf ilay
okay.
actually. So
Yes,
so that's why it's kullun lahu actually. It is kullu is the one, the
And
mubtada,
lahu is
and that's why the translation would be, what is the translation?
everything for him, then connecting
Think to him.
For the obedient.
obedience.
Allah obedient only for him.
Yeah, only for him. Yeah, because obedient only for him because of this, because it came before. Lahu came before. So all the thing, like the tree, plants, everything
So
is
one-
obedient only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
132.
Yes,
132.
132. Yes, 132.
I could not find one. I
Hmm.
found 32.
Yeah,
That
that's
was the one.
kullunda is
That
a
was
bit difficult. Yeah, like
What is the actual translation?
all, kullu means all thing, obedient for him.
Definitely all of you.
No, not all of you. There's nothing to do with you. There's no you here.
Everything, basically.
Kullu means all, all, everything. Not everything you. Like, this ayah means actually all the trees and the plants and the sky and the animals, everything is obedient, subservient for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for him.
So here kullu is special mudaf, but it is not complicated.
Here it's
No.
used as a
Why
normal
not
word
indicate?
actually.
Why not indicate?
Because it doesn't have any mudaf ilay.
You don't know that.
The last part is covered.
Last part is covered. And it's in Rafa.
Rafa says, one.
Una, see? Qanituna. Okay? This one is easy, right? Brother Shahid, Brother Zahid, you want to try this one? First one. Innaka antas samiul alim.
Innaka is harf of nasab,
Yes.
so it should be mubtada,
Mm-hmm.
and anta samiul alim is khabar. The whole thing I put as a khabar.
Two cover actually. Two cover one and cover two.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said, right.
No, not two khabar.
No,
No,
the
that's
last one.
the whole thing is
Innaka is mubtada one, anta is mubtada two,
Yes.
and asamiyu is the cover one, and
Alim
alimu
is
is cover two.
The
Because
rest of them,
these two cannot be mansub.
Innaka and anta the same.
Yeah.
anta is to emphasize innaka.
Yes, yes. So definitely you,
Or listener.
you,
Yeah.
definitely you. Innaka means definitely you.
Or you can write indeed you.
Yeah, indeed you. That's fine.
Suddenly you.
Yeah, certainly you. Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly, definitely you are
The listener.
Samiul Alim. The all hearer, all knower.
Both mubtada the one on innaka anta.
No.
Mubtada one, mubtada two.
Yeah,
Innaka
mubtada. Yeah,
anta.
mubtada one, mubtada. Yes, yes, but not one mubtada. There's two mubtada here.
Oh.
One mubtada, one innaka is because there is no relationship in ka and anta. Right? So one mubtada two, and then we don't. It looks like Mawsuf Sifa, but it is not Mawsuf Sifa because it's Allah's name. Okay. So that's otherwise it will be a Mawsuf Sifa. That doesn't also matter because the status is still Rafa,
Yeah.
so it could be our khabar. So in this one there is no MBK, and it is normal. Like there is no muqaddam, no muakhar.
It's not indicate. This one. Second one is Moses Sifa is cover, is it?
Yes. No, it's not Mawsuf Sifa because Allah's names, they are grammatically Mawsuf Sifa, but we don't say Mawsuf Sifa
Okay.
because Allah is Sami, Allah is Alim. It's not Sami is defining Alim.
Okay.
Okay. Like Mawsuf Sifa is adjective, like the red car.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
car is red, something like that. So
By meaning it's not.
by meaning it's not. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
So the translation will be Innaka anta samiul alim.
Anta is a mubtada because it is an independent pronoun.
Yes. Yes. And it is for emphasis. We don't need the anta actually.
Ka is enough.
Ka is enough. Innaka, ka is the short form of you. That's what I told you yesterday. You know, whenever you write for the word, you write everything. I mean, I understand, you understand. So, innaka here is a harf of nasab. Inna making anta. Ka is the short form of anta. So, innaka is definitely you, then you again. Okay? Next one.
Innaka and anta is mubtada, right?
Two together, both of them.
Innaka and
Innaka is mubtada number 1. Anta is mubtada number 2.
Yeah.
Okay? And mubtada number 2 is for emphasis. Like put more pressure to make us understand. Allah sometimes, because it's very interesting actually. Not only this, there are a lot of other things. In Quranic language, Allah put the language in such a way you can see the expression of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, meaning how we talk. Like, sometimes we talk our facial expression, like, if I'm angry or if I'm happy, okay, or if I'm putting some emphasis, even those things are depicted in the Quran. So, and Surah Baqarah has a lot of examples of this, okay. So, when Allah is talking to the Jews and the Christian and about them, so you can see the expression there, these are the people. So Allah is putting emphasis. I'm pretty sure these are the people of I am the one who belongs, all things belongs to me and everything. So in English translation, sometimes you will find indeed you, but you won't find the other you. It doesn't say the other you.
Samiul Alim মানে হচ্ছে
All hearer, all knower. That's why we say Sami Allahu liman hamida. Okay, next one. Okay. This one is good. Lahumul bushra fil hayati dunya wa fil akhirah. Now this one, Brother Shiraz, you want to try?
This is a difficult one, but I'll try. Okay, inshallah. Lahum is jar mazur.
Lahum is a jar
Jar
mazur.
mazur. So it goes to mutalliq bil khabar bucket. Lahumul bushra. Bushra is the good news. That is, I believe there is a ism.
Isam, of course, Isam. Yeah.
Ism. So
What is the status of Bushra?
status,
Al Bushra.
um,
Is it Rafa Nasab or Jar?
Al Bushra is Bushra.
Check.
It is-
What is the-
It is a Rafa.
Why?
It does not go into the other category anyway. So
No, what is?
Because of alif maqsud.
Yes, very good. This is, when you have this is actually a non-flexible word. Bushra is a non-flexible word. It's Rafa is Bushra, Nasab is Bushra, Jar is Bushra. Okay. Here, Lahumul Bushra, actually, Fil Hayati Dunya wa Fil Akhirah is the same thing. Okay, so it's a Jar Majroor.
Jar Majroor.
It's Fil Hayati Dunya and Fil Akhirah.
So-
Okay. So which one is the Muqtada here?
Muqtada here is Bushra.
I think collectively, Lahumul Bushra is the mubtada.
No, that jar mazur cannot be Bushra. Yeah,
Bushra is the Muqtada.
Bushra
Al
is
Bushra
Muqtada.
is the Muqtada.
Bushra is the Muqtada and
Bush-
two
Bush-
And
MBK.
all
Two
are these
MBK.
are the
First one is
MBK.
MBK and last one is MBK.
Yeah.
And the meaning would be all
One
the good
MBK is
news for
Muqtada.
him, all the good news for him is in this life and
No, not for him.
For
Because whom means them.
Them.
them, first is them.
So the
them.
Bushra is for them, okay, in this world and the world.
Only for them.
Only for
No,
them.
that was a slip of.
But look,
them.
Lahum is Jar Majroor, right? We say when it's Jar Majroor, it's a Muqtada,
Definitely.
okay?
Hmm.
This one actually Khabar.
Mutalliq bil khabar.
Mutalik bil Khabar.
Mutallaq bil Khabar.
I understand. Like
Hmm.
meaning wise, for them is Muqtada to be honest.
I think collectively it is mubtada. Lahumul Bushra, that's what I
Jar mazur cannot be a Muqtada.
Sorry, if you look at the first one,
You don't stop at Jar Mazur, is that
is
confused?
also Jar
But this is
Majroor.
not connected.
Just as a
Munzar
Muqtada.
bhai, this is not connected.
Sorry,
No, no.
Kullu.
Lahul Bushra is not connected.
No, you're right, because Lahumul Bushra is not connected. So, but Lahumul and Bushra is connected together. So your answer is also not wrong if you think like that way. Lahumul Bushra is
Mul,
together.
it's mul. It's not lahum, it's lahum.
No,
Mul.
No, I know, but this is actually Mudaf ilay.
Mudaf ilay.
Lahumul Bushra. The Bushra
Okay.
of for them actually.
Which one is subjected? I mean, mubtada.
No, this will be the Muqtada. You're
Yeah,
right.
that's what I interpreted. That's what I
And
mean.
then fil dunya, fil hayatid dunya. What is hayatid dunya?
Life of this world.
Yeah, but what is the?
Or jar majroor.
Germany.
No, I'm just asking hayatid dunya. Fil hayat is German. What is hayatid
Mudaf,
dunya?
mudaf.
No, not Mudaf, because of
There's no mudaf. What is this?
It's fil
It
dunya.
cannot be all.
So what is the fragment?
Hayat dunya is jar majroor.
No, no, no.
No, hayatid dunya is fil hayatid dunya jaz mazrur for fi.
Yes, yes.
But hayatid dunya only. If I say only, forget about everything. Hayatid dunya. What is the fragment between this? Is there any connection? Hayatid dunya.
Then it
Al-Akhirah.
You know what it is?
it's
It is mawsuf sifa. Can you say all the four properties of
Yes.
hayatid
Yeah,
dunya?
yeah, it's same.
all match.
All match.
All match because the al and al.
All proper.
That's the status.
Yeah.
Sorry, not the type.
Mhm.
Okay, status is
Yeah.
hayati. Okay, it's a
Yeah.
jar because of fi is jar. Ad dunya, when you have this one, ad dunya has a alif maksura. When they write it like this, they put an extra alif. So hayati dunya actually is non-flexible because dunya is like this. Okay, so that's why it is the same status. And also hayati is this one, and dunya. Remember, if you go back to your gender that we study, we said a few things. If you look at the end of the word, that makes things feminine. One is the common one is ta marbuta, like all the ta thing, like this ta. Some of the things alif maksura also make it dunya. So dunya, what dunya is actually feminine. So everything matches. So hayat dunya is a difficult mawsuf sifa, but it is mawsuf sifa. So fil hayat dunya, I mean this is mawsuf sifa, but this because of fil is all become majrur.
That's fine, but it's still,
In
again it goes to the
Still
previous
bucket of
question.
fil
Hmm.
hayatid
Fil
dunya.
hayat dunya,
Yeah.
that is MBK, but it goes back to the name of Allah in the first sentence. The sentence above, Sami un alim.
Hmm.
Similar, like it cannot be, by meaning it's not also sifa. It's not described one to other.
It is described under dunya means what?
Hmm.
Hayat, a hayat in the dunya means something that is nagunno, jaghanno, very very little. That's what the dunya means. It's not actually we said hayat of life of word actually not off. There is no off actually. A life that is very close or very down, or what is nagunno in English? Like insignificant.
Insignificant.
Insignificant. That's the,
Yeah.
so that's what dunya means actually.
I didn't think that way. I thought it's
Yeah.
not described.
Remember we said once in our class, the dunya doesn't mean the actually word, and we think this way. Oh, I dunya tikina kisuna all this, but dunya basically means something that is very close or very near, very. That's another way, very near. And akhirah is far away. Akhirah. That's what akhirah. What is akhir means? The end. What is the akhir of this thing? End.
Yeah.
So akhirah means the end, and dunya means very close. That's the first thing, like the very or insignificant. So hayat dunya
But if you,
or fil akhirati.
but if you take
Hmm.
Brother Mundur's proposition,
Hmm.
the together, first to together is the mubtada, meaning changes. Emphasis goes away.
Hmm.
Yes.
No, there is
Then
no.
the-
There is no emphasis
The
here.
only is gone away because if
Right.
you take is that the MBK, then it's the
Muqaddam.
Muqaddam. That's why the only comes here.
Hmm.
So the translation with the good news is only for them in the dunya and the hereafter.
Correct.
Mhm.
But if you take
you
this
take that one as
as
meaning
the whole
changes.
bucket, then the only will goes away.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I know. See, if you take it the whole bucket, it's not going to be correct grammatically. If you have to translate that way, you
Whole
can.
bucket, both of them are mubtada or just Allahu would be mubtada?
I think the lahu will be the
Lahu.
mubtada, and al bushra is the another.
Al-Bushra is the noun subject here,
Yeah.
basically. Where the whole sentence is talking about Bushra.
Hmm.
That's the reason it is the mubtada.
And it is makes sense that there is no cover really. There is no news of
There
that
is no news.
bushra.
Correct.
It's a type of that bushra.
Correct.
That is
Tribe of
something.
Bushra. It is
Mubtada is a mubtada. Yeah. It's not a
It is not
khabar.
new, there is no cover about it.
So it's 1-1?
No, 1, so
Three.
3,
No,
1, 3.
1, 3.
3 on 3.
3 on 3.
Because of this, they both goes to
If you say 3-1-3, then you have to put only.
Here we have.
Yes.
That's right.
Hmm.
All the good news is at the other side.
Only.
Only.
See, mashallah, brothers are very good. So you even know when to put only now.
Because it said lahumul. If it would have been lahum al bushra, then you would say.
No, you can read like that way. You don't have to always connect. That's a reading rule.
Right.
You can say lahum al bushra. You can say that way.
But you have a dhamma there on you.
Yeah, that's a reading rule. Like the one that we have, kullu lahun qanituna. We don't say qanituna. We start kullu lahun qanitun. We don't say the na because that's the last thing. Those are reading rules.
Really.
That's not grammatical. That's a different thing. But yeah, it's all good. Okay, this one, brother, it's easy for you, brother Tariq. Zalika huwa al-fawzul azim.
Zalika is the pointing fragment, so this is the first mubtada itself.
Mhm.
And huwa is another mubtada actually defining the same thing. Al-Fawzul Azim is the cover here. Al-Fawzul and Azimu, and they are also connected with the Mausuf Sifa.
Mhm.
The whole thing is the cover. So Zalika wal Fawzul Azim, that it is the greatest success or something like that.
That is his great success.
Not his,
That is his great success.
No, not his.
Not his here, it's it.
It, huwa means
But
it
that is
here.
it, correct.
If someone write his, that's not correct.
So that kind of apostrophe. or
Remember
something.
once Brother Rubat asked a question, if you say, this is the book, remember you asked, what will be the answer? This is,
What's the difference
when we
between
did the pointing, we say,
Zalika
it could be this book or this is books. What is the translation of this book? Like Haza, is it going to be Hazal Kitab or Haza Kitabun?
Hazal. This-
Hazal Kitab.
Yeah, this-
Hazal, when there is al, there is no is.
There is no
Okay?
yes.
When there is no al, then there is is. There's no al here. And also we put an extra huwa. Huwa means huwa could be it also. Okay? So that is the Fawzul Azim.
That is indeed a great favor.
Yeah, very good. That is indeed a Fawzul Azim, a great
Great
favor.
success.
Success, great success. Fawzul means success, Azim means great actually.
So
Okay?
there is two mubtada.
Yeah.
Yes, two months. Like innaka anta samiul alim, kind of like this. Yes.
Two mubtada.
Whatever that it is great success. That translation. That
You have to have that is the. You have to bring a da.
that is the great success.
The da comes because after zalika there is no al.
That is the great success.
Al-Fawzul.
And actually, if you say that there is one mubtada also here, it's also right because zalika itself is a pointing word. You have to. It's ismul ishara. It has to point to something.
That is pointing to huwa.
Huwa. Yes. So that's what together. They are
pointing to
mubtada.
one mubtada.
There's only one mubtada actually
But
here.
if it is
Hmm.
Haza Kitabun, then
Hmm.
Haza itself is a mubtada, isn't it? Haza Kitabun, this is a book. So this is a mubtada itself.
No, then what is
No.
kitabun?
Kitabun is the cover.
Cover. Kitab is cover.
Yeah, that's the first rafa in the kitabun. So haza kitabun.
Is a sentence.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, but here, yeah, you can say this way too, actually.
Because if it is a fragment, then only it is pointing something. But if it is not fragment, then this is the actually starting of the sentence.
Mm.
It's independent by itself
Yeah,
here.
independent by itself.
Because if you look at the translation, that this is the, so this part is made up of the zalika huwa. So that's why. Because this is
that
the.
comes from the Al-Fawzul Azim. So
Hmm.
Al-Fawz. So
Mm.
from there that comes from. So this Zalika and Huwa is pointing to the same thing for emphasis.
Yeah, could be right. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Yes. Okay. Next one. Mata'un.
This also I think I have seen somewhere. That, then
Hmm.
comma, it is the great success. That, it is the great success. That is how it's the meaning. When
No,
I,
you cannot say it is a great success because the al fawzul al azim. You must
it
bring
is
the.
the, it is the, that's fine.
Yeah.
That, comma, it is the great success. That, comma, it
Hmm.
is the great success.
Yeah, it could be someone translate like this. Yeah. The meaning doesn't change with
Yeah.
that, so it's all right.
Then it falls into the all sort of literal words as well as the
Hmm.
meaning.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying. So little, so zalika
That-
is that.
Comma,
Yeah.
it is the great success.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think that also makes
Even
sense.
you don't need a comma. That it is the great, you can say it.
No,
Hmm.
you have to
Even
need a
meaning
comma.
But that is ena, that is the.
That is the gets you don't need a comma.
That it is the get
The only mistake will happen if you don't bring the da. But otherwise you can translate
Yeah, that is-
different way as long as you
Yeah.
know the meanings and everything. Follow those.
So I think, yeah.
Okay. Mataun fit dunya.
Yeah, Brother Tariq did like that. I didn't do like what it makes sense now. That is the get sense.
Mataun fit dunya. Thumma ilayna marji'uhum. Let's do one by one. Mataun. What is Brother Mansoor? What is mataun?
I think Mataman is Rafa.
It's the rafa. It's very clear. Rafa.
It's a Muftada.
Yeah. Fit dunya.
Then fifth dunya is jar majrur.
So it is.
It's
It's a normal structure. 1 and 3. Right? So mataun means like deception. You can say. Okay. Obsession or something.
Ilaina, I think another jar majrur.
Yeah, so they like wa separate the things.
It is
Summa
two
also
sentence, right?
separate two sentences.
Sentence.
Yeah. You know the wa, like wa when it's and, like, you know, the one that we do, like, you know, as-samawati wal ard or something like this. So summa is just connects two sentences together, like then. Okay, most of the time. Summa has some other things, but we'll wait later. So, but yeah, so this is one sentence. This is two sentences here basically. So mataun fit dunya is very simple.
Yeah.
You know, khabar, mubtada followed by a MBK. Okay, so the translation will be the obsession
Desire in this world.
in this world, yeah, or desire of. Sometimes they translate fi in all also. You know, fi could be among also. It just depends on the context. You know, it's just like hard and fast rule. You know, because that's how the Arabic language is. So you know, you can't blame anyone for that. But yeah, that's fine as long as you
And then
understand.
the return is to us.
Yeah, Ilaina, return is to Ilaina marjiu.
That should become with the only.
Yes.
Become with the only because that.
That's the
MBK
thing. That's why I gave it.
Line.
Yeah.
To us.
Desire in this
The
world.
second part, the Elina is coming mukaddam.
Yes. Okay, brother Mustafiz. Look at this. 2 word only. Ilaina, Marji. What is Ilaina word? What is the Ilaina part? Explain that word to me.
Elina.
Hmm. Which fragments it is out of the 5 fragments?
Elina.
Good. Ilaina. What is Ila?
Jar majrur.
Yeah, German. Yes. So, and what is Na?
Na is the pronoun
Attached pronoun of
of me, like
No,
Na.
no, na we.
We.
Yeah.
Nahnu becomes Na.
Na.
So, Ilaina means towards us.
Towards us.
Or to us, okay?
Towards
Towards us, to us, okay? Marji'uhum. What is this thing? Marji'u means return. Marji'uhum. How many words there?
Whom?
Yes. Whom is attached pronoun?
Yeah.
Marji is one thing.
Marji is
So what is the construction? What is the fragment within marji'uhum? Whenever you say attached pronoun, it is mudaf ilayh. Mudaf ilayh. So this is also, this is jar majrur because of ilaina. This is mudaf ilayh. Marji'uhum. Okay. So ilaina, because it's jar majrur, so it is MBK. Not only MBK, it is MBK muqaddam. It came before, like ilaikal masir we said, okay? And also marji'uhum, okay, is return.
Their
Their return.
in the lowly word there is deception and then their return is only toward us.
But if word by word, I
The
tried
compound
this.
sentences,
I tried
language
this.
is-
They connected.
I tried this simply. This is quite right, but it's very long and complicated meaning. Desire in this world, comma, then return towards us. I missed out.
Just one.
Return towards us. The only only time is question.
That's fine.
So desire in this world, comma, then return towards us.
Their
So there
Their return.
Marji'uhum, brother.
Hmm.
Marji'uhum. This is mudaf ilayhi.
Yes.
But this is a cover here. What is it?
Ilaina, no.
Muqtada.
Mubtada. This is the subject
Subject.
of these 2 words.
Okay.
Forget about the first part. Just look at the thing after summa. Ilaina is MBK. You have, I have,
I have MBK, yes.
yeah, okay, and MBK, it is MBK Muqaddam. It came before. Mubtada, and MBK is always should be after Mubtada. So in this part, the marjiuhum, their return is the Mubtada, which is Mubtada Muakhar. So that's why it came like this.
Because I think the confusion is because this mudaf ilahi,
Mm.
so people might think it is khabar. But the thing is, without mubtada, it cannot be sentence.
Yes.
So that's why it is.
And also in the khabar, we said khabar could be a rafa, okay, and all other things, but it cannot be nasab and hard nasab and not jar majrur, okay.
Into
Yeah.
summa actually the confusion is
Hmm.
summa because summa is actually separating these two.
Summa is just like wa.
right. It's a
And.
two sentence.
Ah.
That's why if it is not a two sentence, then probably
I consider
that
as one
one-
sentence, that's why I put that one in.
yeah, that's right. So it's a two sentence actually. Then it will be clear.
No, I think Brother Shiraz, this is definitely one big sentence, but there are two full meaningful sentences.
Compound sentence.
Exactly.
Compound.
Sentence. Because if you connect summa, then the marjiuhum would be the
Yeah.
khabar, then
Yeah.
not
Khabar.
the mubtada. But it is a two sentence. That's why it comes as the mubtada.
I thought cover, that was possibly, I don't know, it may not be right.
Okay, everybody clear? Everybody okay?
From the meaning, এটা কোনো news না। Marjiuhum from the meaning, it is not a news. It is the thing you are describing.
A lot of cats, but students like that.
Okay, you try this one first, yes. Wa antum anhu
Okay.
ghafilun.
Bismillah. One, two. It's pronoun, independent pronoun.
Independent pronoun. So,
So this would be mubtada.
very good, yes.
Then anhu is jar majrur, muqaddam. Then ghafilun is the khabar. That would be muakkar.
Hmm.
Okay, so meaning is
What is the status of ghafilun?
ghafilun is this is rafa.
Rafa. Good, very good.
Okay.
So, the translation.
And you all are negligent about him. Is it something right?
Yes, definitely that.
Jazakallah.
Yeah. You all,
are negligent about him. Negligent about him.
yes, so you all are anhu. What is anhu? Brother Mustafiz? What is anhu?
Special mother?
No.
Sorry,
Jar majrur. You have to memorize those. Otherwise,
mix up.
anhu. Remember, we said ala, an, hatta, ila. An was one of them. Anhu. So wa antum. Okay, all of you about him. I'm just going one way. About him, ghafil, careless. Okay. So all of you are careless about him. All of you are careless about him.
Negligent, careless. That's all. About him. Allah. Him means big him, he is about Allah.
No. Him means Yusuf alayhi salam.
But
Yeah,
how
that's
about-
why.
if
that's
you
why
take
I
an
put
independent
bracket
sentence, I
as
don't
a-
know. If you have
as
to
a
make-
uppercase H or lowercase H, so that's why put two.
Oh, that's the. Okay. It's okay. Yeah.
Like it is,
No, if you put, I don't know the other sentence around it, that's why I thought it was him. Whether you know where the sentence came from, I don't know it.
It's okay. That's, as long as it's him.
Yeah.
But it's from Surah Al-Yusuf.
But
When Yaqub alayhi salam was talking to the
Correct,
brothers,
yes.
he
Context
said,
of-
I guess you will be ghafil.
Otherwise, if you give me just sentence independently,
Yeah.
I would think that yes, we are all negligent about us. That's why I thought.
Okay, Brother Rubaid, all good?
Yeah.
On this one? Okay.
I'm sorry, so
Yeah.
the Wantum is Mubtada,
Yeah. Why Antum is Mubtada?
Anu is indicate.
You know, brother, ask yourself why it is so. When you ask the why, then you will remember it. Why Antum is Mubtada? Remember that when we learned about Mubtada, we have some points.
Yeah.
We said whenever you say independent pronoun, so Antum is an independent pronoun. Independent pronoun is the chart, the pronoun chart.
Yeah.
Antum becomes kum. when it's attached to. So attached version is kum, but the normal one is antum. So I'm saying you're all very good men. So that I have to say antum, okay, which is attached. So this is you all. Anhu is one of our 11 thing, Lata, Kaf, Mim, Babata, this one. And anhu is attaching with who. This time who is attached pronoun again. So about him, and gafilun means gafil. So that was really easy, right?
Yeah, bit tricky. If someone thinks that muqaddam is anhu, then it should be the only comes. But in this case, only will not come actually.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, because it's not the proper one. That's why the only didn't come in the translation. In the Ghafil.
Because gafiluna is not proper.
Yeah.
That's why. Gafiluna is not the proper one. So Brother Ruben said, did you understand what Brother Tarek says? A good point. Why the word only didn't come here? Because the sequence is 1, 3,
Because
and
it's
2.
common.
It's common, yes. Good. As long as you know that. Yeah. Gafiluna is a common.
You mentioned that yesterday when we were doing the exam.
So you had another discussion during the exam. Very good, yeah.
When it's common, I remember.
Okay. Brother Jahid, you do this one. Anna ilayya rabbikal muntaha.
So I put inna ilayya rabbika whole thing as a mubtada, and muntaha is khabar definitely. There is no doubt. But inna, because inna is a confusing one because it comes in the middle. Because after inna it's a nasab.
It's not inna, it's anna.
Inna anna is also nasab, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, anna is also
But the
Oh, sorry.
meaning is different.
Meaning is different. That anna is that, right?
Anna is that, yes.
Anna is that. Yes.
Anna ila rabbikal muntaha.
No, because what I thought after anna
Mm.
there should be victim, right? Because this is
Not after that, it could be victim, could be a bit later.
okay.
Remember, they doesn't have to be side by side.
Yeah.
Harf of nasab doesn't have to be side. So you have to look is victim, maybe one or two things later. Where is the victim?
Muntaha.
Muntaha.
No. Is it?
Muntaha, yes.
Should be.
Because ila, if we put ila rabbika,
Ila is
then
getting Rabbi, then Ka is the Rabbika.
then
the
ila
mudaf
rabbika
mudaf.
should be jar mazrur.
Hmm.
So it should be MBK. If we put just ila rabbika.
Mm-hmm.
But what I thought anna ila rabbika whole thing I put as a mubtada,
Mm-hmm.
and then muntaha as a khabar. Al muntaha as a
Interesting.
That Anna has to be Mutaha. Then only the meaning actually comes. The Anna Mutaha should be the subject. Then Ila
Yeah.
Rabbika is the MBK actually here.
Yeah, ila rabbika is MBK, no doubt about it.
yes.
Right? Ila rabbika, and all, I think everybody understands. Just for
Yeah, yeah,
Brother
yeah.
Muslim is the Tanvi. Rabbika, what is the construction of rabbika?
Rab, Rab.
Mudaf mudafil. It's an attached pronoun. Okay, mudaf mudafil. So anna ila rabbikal muntaha. Okay. The meaning is,
So anna is referring to muntaha, right?
I would say actually, I mean your one is not wrong also. If you think
That one,
about.
that's the way I thought, because I'm just not looking at the grammar.
But
meaning the whole meaning
Yeah.
sides. That's why I thought.
Whatever Anna Rabbika is the harf of nasab, that is the mubtada. Anna Rabbika.
Yeah, that's what.
Not ila, Anna Rabbika.
No, but ila. you can
ila is
ignore
there.
the
So ila is doing this one rabbika.
Yes, you can ignore ila.
You can ila means towards. Okay. So that towards your Lord is the return.
So because return is the news.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
return is the
actually,
news.
yes, Brother Tariq,
Yeah, return
you
is the
can't beat
news.
this one because if you beat this one,
Yeah, it cannot
then it
be,
cannot be a khabar.
muntaha.
Because this surah, all the ayats are
There is no cover here.
it is
That's how I
khabar.
thought it.
No, no, because al mutta is a khabar.
Then what is the Muktada then?
What's the Mubtada then?
I put anna ila rabbika.
No, not khabar. Look.
Not cover.
Ila rabbikal muntaha, right? If you think like this way, it towards because this sentence, as I say, is a part of a longer sentence. Okay, there's a lot of ayah start with anna like this, because Al muntaha. Imagine the thing that towards your Lord is the return.
See,
Yeah.
Anna muntaha
Hmm.
is become subject because see it is we are talking about pointing that to
Yeah, that's also right,
that
yes.
that return becomes
toward your
subject.
Lord.
Mhm.
That return is subject here.
Yeah, that return is toward your Lord. If you
Sure.
take
Then
this,
it is the question, like if Anna refers to Al Muntaha,
Hmm.
then definitely Anna and that will be Muktada. There is no doubt.
Correct, yeah.
If that Anna, but we're not sure what is that Anna refers to.
No, I'm sure here
Oh.
because
No, but if you look at this sentence
all
only, then I think you guys are right.
Yeah,
So
Because
that Anna refers to Al Muntaha, then definitely that will be Muktada. And Ila Rabbika will be MBK.
there is no cover here.
and actually it's normal sequence.
yeah, probably this is not the full thing we are seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From here, this is the.
Yeah.
But I have a question. It's still on Muqtada.
Hmm.
Is it a muakkar or
No, it is normal. It is
But it's not in the rule that one
it is one.
it is one
Because it starts with Anna.
Muakkar. It's muakkar.
Normal
It is muakkar.
No, it is normal sequence. Muakhar muqaddam is when it's abnormal.
Abnormal, yeah.
So it is normal.
No, there is implications here because if you take muntaha, it beats to muntaha, then is it going to be the MBK coming first? That becomes muqaddam then.
No, MBK is not coming first. This half of nasab is coming first.
Where it starts, that's where it comes first.
Yes, yes. Anna is starting. If you think Anna is that one.
Okay, this is a good one.
What is the conclusion on
I think for us to understand, as the brother Tarek and
The
brother
one
Shia
that goes
said,
away then.
these two are half of nasab,
yeah?
and in the middle we have jar majrur.
So if you consider that one, what will be the meaning? So
That-
return.
That the return
is toward
is
your
two
Lord.
towards your Lord. Yeah.
That return to your body.
Okay. Yeah, that was a bit tricky one.
But good one.
I think that's okay. This is easy one, right? We did this one in the class, right?
Same.
Is that?
Brother Mazur, you want to do this easy one? Ulaika humul muflihuna.
Ulaika is independent pronoun.
Ulaika is in
That's
no.
pointer.
Sorry,
Remember?
point grammar,
Yeah.
Point
Mm-hmm.
this one I got wrong.
Because of the car.
Okay.
I told when yesterday, this car, not this car. Like tilka, zalika. This car is not the attached pronoun car. It's the whole word is car. Ulaika. Humul muflihun. So there's two muftada here. Like the zalika huwa, that's the same thing. Like the one that we do zalika. What did it do? Zalika huwa.
We could emphasize.
Zalika is 1,000.
Fawzul.
Same.
So same thing actually. Ulaika humul muflihun. So there's two muftada here. Brother Mustafa is clear?
No, not clear. So Ulaika is it pointing fragment? But
Yes.
this is Muktada, this is Muktada,
Yes.
Pointing fragment.
Those, ulaika means those, okay? And then those are the, or those are them, are true successful.
Or I wrote as like those they're successful.
No, I thought this.
Those are they successful.
Those, okay. It does.
Yeah,
Those-
meaning is same.
You want a comma, put a comma.
No, those ones.
Hmm.
Those ones are successful.
Yeah, it's the
Hmm.
Roughly this is the meaning, but yeah, it's for emphasis, right?
Yeah.
Just for emphasis.
One, you have to bring in another sort of a eat once or some. Those,
They are the
that's good one. That is good one. Those, they are the successful. That's what-
Yeah, that's what I said. Those, they are the successful. Yeah. Hmm. But there's no only nothing here.
Those ones are successful is not also that bad because one scholars that they are the successful.
Okay. وَذَلِكَ جَزَاءُ الظَّالِمِينَ.
No, sorry.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Ulaika is pointing fragment, Rafa Muktada, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Humul Mukliuna, what is it? Is it Mudaf line?
It could be, no.
No.
Hum al-muflihun.
There is no connection there, two words.
Manzur bhai,
True.
the first one is pointer here, not
that's
pointing fragment. Because pointing fragment, it has to be actually connected with al something.
Hmm.
So it's not fragment. So ulaika is the independent word here. So that
Yeah.
word is not connected, and whom actually is not in use itself.
And that is
So
pointing to
ulaika-
whom, right?
Yeah.
Good.
That is pointing to.
You know, I think Brother Manzoor is confused because humul.
Yes.
He's talking.
That's what it is.
This is the
That's
end
another
reason.
reading
That's
rule.
right, but it's not.
That is also a reading rule. The whom al muflihun. So they join it. Okay. The,
What is the grammatical part, name of this thing? Khabar. or not?
khabar. It's a rafa status.
It's a rafa.
Yeah, see? Al muflihuna.
Rafa.
Is it light or heavy? Brother Manzoor?
These are like normal.
Very good. You remember that. Very good. Okay. That's what our kids are learning now, light or heavy. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Okay. So next one. We go to next one, Brother Manzoor. Yeah?
Last one.
Last one. Brother Rubayat, you want to do the last one? وَذَلِكَ جَزَاءُ الظَّالِمِينَ.
Wazalik is the muqtada is the pointer.
Yes, again, just like Ulaika. Okay, Brother Manzoor?
Sorry? Yeah,
Zalika is just like Ulaika.
And the other
Hmm?
thing is
Independent pronoun by itself.
mudaf.
Can it be mudaf by itself? Independent pronoun.
Mudaf.
Mudaf. To become a mudaf ilayh, this one, you have to have mudaf. What is mudaf then? Independent pronoun by itself,
Hmm.
can it be a mudaf?
No.
That's my question. I thought it's no. That is the reason I say it is not mudaf ilayh.
Hmm.
Which one? The same sentence.
Like independent pronoun cannot be a mudaf because the mudaf is because it has to have a mudaf ilay.
Mudaf ilayh.
Hmm.
You have to have mudaf, then only you get mudaf.
And
ilayh.
now it's very easy to understand why it's not mudaf ilay. You don't have to go that
Correct.
far
Sorry,
because
which
una is not a jar.
Yeah.
That's right. That's another rule. That's another rule. Yeah.
That's for mudaf we have only two rules. The
Exactly.
mudaf
Exactly.
cannot have al
Exactly.
and it has to be light.
Yeah.
It has to be light. Okay, and mudaf ilay has to be jar. Has to be jar.
Has to be jar.
So it's not
It's
jar.
not.
So it's not. It's not.
That was the reason I said no, it can't be mudaf ilayh.
It cannot be mudaf ilay. Yes. Okay, this one.
Two different words, no relation.
Which one?
Zalika is there, brother. Zalika is.
Zalika is pointer and muqtada.
Mm-hmm.
And Zul, obviously, this one is mudaf and khabar.
Zalika.
Rafa. That's Rafa.
That's Rafa. Zazahu is Rafa. Uzzalimin. And this is mudaf ilay. See, this is mudaf ilay. Why it is mudaf ilay? Because ina is jar. Ina could be jar. So, zalimina, right? That's why this is Zazahu zalimin, the reward of the zalimin. So Allah is mocking them actually. The reward of the wrongdoers. That is the reward.
And that is,
Hmm.
and that is,
Hey, and that is that's fine.
and that is.
And that is the reward of the
Reward of
Oh,
sacrifice.
Sorry, I missed Jazawut Salimina is mudaf.
Yes. Yes. Zaza has no alif lam and is light. Yeah, zalimin is wrongdoer.
Wrong words, correct.
I think that's it, right?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. So everybody get full marks, right?
The reward of
Okay.
Full marks, 5 bonus.